Alrighty then, folks. We are back with the actual campaign part. It's not capture list. Just making sure. We just have to... yeah, we have to have him defeat Marita. We have to complete it. So, I'm going to be cutting all of the story stuff into its own episode since it was like 25 minutes long. And then this will be its own... episode kind of thing. You guys already know that, but I'm just explaining it to anyone who doesn't know, being myself. We're not actually going to shoot her because I'm assuming these guys are going to move up and try shooting her, and then we'll try to finish her off. Yep. I figured that would be the case. Oh. You know, they can miss. That's fine. Because what I was assuming was going to happen is we would hit her. They would then land all 3 hits and kill her. And then I'd have to do it over again. Oh, we only get a beam saber. Alright. Should probably have checked. Now, you'll remember the plays saying something similar to that. You know, indoctrination. Tough shit. Alright, so you're gonna move down, probably shoot. You do 3,000, and then you're gonna move in. I don't think that Jaeger up there is gonna be able to shoot, though. Yeah. Yeah, you're dead now. So, 9,000. Yep. She's actually running out of energy, which I find funny. Luckily, there wasn't a mission to keep any of those guys alive. If there was, that'd be terrible. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, probably if when I record more of this, I'll probably, if the lead up is so long like it was in this episode, I'll start cutting off the story to being the first part and then the battles to being the second part. I tried doing that for a while, but it didn't turn out very well. I usually cut the first battle into its own episode and then the second, but... Banana Man passed out. Hey, Angelo. The, I believe, 4th openly gay character in Gundam? Something like that? Which, normally, like, for the longest time I thought it was a joke, and I just kind of ignored it, because, you know, Gundam characters get shipped all the time. But, yeah, apparently that's real. So, from IBO, we have our first main character who may be openly gay. Or, main faction character, I guess would be what you'd call it. He's definitely not a main character. Dude, that's definitely a Salamis. Oh. I like their Nahel Argama more than ours. It looks cooler. We'll get it at one point. So yeah, I've kind of explained this before, but Luna 2 is the counterpoint to the moon. So they would have to cross the entire planet, which in Gundam takes like, I think 2 weeks. Something like that. In real life, it would take like less than 12 hours apparently. But in Gundam, everything's really slow. Though the moon is pretty far away. Because in real life, it would take us, I think it's a month to get to Mars. To get to Axis, which is like between, or yeah, Axis is between Mars and then the asteroid belt around Saturn. It takes a whole year. Though Axis crosses back within 2 months. So I'm not sure about that. Though with Axis, they had giant engines, and in space you keep accelerating till you have to decelerate. Yeah, and in Iguazine, which is the biggest ship Xeon had, it took them a year to get from Side 3 to Axis, so... Natsumi Swanson, the famous actress. I'm assuming that's the descendant of Ron Swanson? That is the only way I'll recognize that she exists. And that's the Reloa, or the rebuilt Reloa. The Reloa survived CCA, but it got destroyed by Londo Bell afterwards, and then they picked it up, they resuscitated it and rebuilt it, I believe is how they explained it. But basically it's because they didn't want to have the old interior things anymore, so they modernized it. You'll notice that like the ships in Unicorn actually look like they would be kind of from the time, or they would be kind of from the 2000s. Versus, like, back in the day, they had CRTs and they thought they were the coolest things ever. In one of the piloting manuals, they said the panoramic monitor in a mobile suit is all CRT. And there's one of the lines that they're so advanced, modern day would never use these. Yeah, it's like a real thing. They got really, really happy about CRT. But it was written in like 82 or something like that, back when like CRTs were so unused, except for in TVs, and TVs were really small and expensive, especially in Japan where you can't import electronics very easily. That ingrained Korean racism, you know? Can we just get to the actual battle, please? Hey, the Shinaju. We have to destroy you in 2 turns. Oh, and if you don't know, that's a reference to Char's first line. Well, one of Char's first lines in the original Gundam. And remember that Clop classes are theoretically better than Salamas's. The only difference is they have a space for 4 mobile suits, instead of Salamas's, which have space for 4 mobile suits. Though with Salamas's, you kind of have to, like, bungee cord them to the hull. Because unless it's a Salamis Kai, there isn't really an internal hangar. But the guns on the original Salamis are actually better than the Clop class. So, I said earlier I would spoil it. So if you don't know, full frontal male nudity, because, you know, you don't name a character full frontal and don't expect jokes about it. Full frontal was a Anaheim pilot who sat in the Sazabi for the first time when they were recovering it. This is before Twilight Axis was canon and they actually recovered it. He sat in it, or it was in the escape pod actually, so that might make sense. They left the original body, but they left the escape, or they took the escape pod. So that's weird to me. Because, well, anyway. So he was the Anaheim electrician or whoever who sat in it and tried to restart the systems in the escape pod. Oh wait, what was the mission? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, in 3 turns. Okay. Yeah, and he got Char's new type spirit and implanted on him, or whatever you'd want to call it. Like, the day of the battle, and afterwards he decided to start his own Xeon faction, and he got surgery and everything. He got his eyes made blue. He's wearing a wig right now. Stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna kill him this turn. Or we'll kill him next turn if he doesn't attack us, but I think he will. Yeah, look at theirs compared to ours. It just looks so much cooler. And it has anti-air guns. I mean, like, who doesn't want that? I'm assuming this is yet another campaign where they let you start it. Or they wanted you to start with this one. Which I know a lot of people did, but my excuse was I didn't want to be so overpowered that the game was boring. Oh, okay. Alright, I forgot this Osby actually has comparable stats to us. Good to know. So, since this is hard mode, they're actually given a boost of a certain amount of stats. I think it's 100 or something like that. Yeah, so he's actually higher stats than we have, even though we're level 18 and he's level 1. Oh well. Yeah, in Twilight Axis, they go to recovering the Sosby is one of their main goals. Or at least the main characters. I don't remember which faction they're related to. But recovering the Sosby is one of their main goals, and one of the production pictures of it has the remains of the Sosby laying on Axis. This is a world where the Federation didn't retake Axis and push it out of Earth's atmosphere. Or maybe they did and they just left all the remains there for some reason. No. Yeah, Twilight Axis should be interesting. Only, I believe Zeonic Republic has translated the first 3 chapters, maybe 4? But I've read all of that he's translated. The only thing I'm really interested in, besides knowing why Xeon left a whole bunch of mobile suits in Axis when they were gonna drop it on the planet. The only thing I'm curious about is there's an Arjarja painted in Hamon's colors. I want to know what that's all about. But yeah, so when they abandoned Axis to drop it on the planet, apparently they left various mobile suits all in different states of repair in Axis. Even though Char's Xeon didn't have enough mobile suits at all. The 40 they got from Anaheim were basically their only forces, besides like 6 or so bows they had before. And so for some reason they left a ton of mobile suits inside Axis when they dropped it on the planet. And it's just like, it might have just been Gaza C's or Gaza D's or whatever, and a Gallus and some Zissas. But still, like, they could have used them. But no, for some reason they left them there. Though it might have been somebody who took over Axis afterwards, because the Federation didn't take over the production facilities in it. I really wish they would quit talking and let me play the game. I don't care, honestly. Come on, can I play the game? You know, the reason why I bought it? Ugh. I believe so far this this whole episode has been like, what, 8 minutes of actual gameplay? And 38 or so of, you know, menus and talking? If I wasn't so far in the series, I might just consider skipping it all. Holy shit, I don't give a shit. Now, I will say this, if you haven't seen Unicorn yet, go watch the OVAs. You don't have to watch the 50-part series, but I'm assuming most people did because it's really pretty. Or if you don't like that, go read the book. I'm assuming like Gear Zulus are gonna spawn. Oh, Gear Dogas. That worked. Yeah, so we did get that quest. Oops. Yeah, okay. Huh. I guess we won't get that till next time since he didn't start with a mobile suit or something weird like that. Yeah, I already said I would divide it into 2 episodes, so I'm not just gonna make this into 1 and, you know, just speed up the dialogue where I wasn't talking. I really should start doing that, though. Or I should have done that a while ago. I don't anymore, though. Then again, there's probably like one of you who actually wants to see the dialogue and they'd be all sad, so I probably won't. But we're not using banana at all, because we don't need to. Oh, you know what we should use, though, because I haven't seen any of it either? We should go pull out the Penelope. You know, I really think the Penelope is fitting to have Shirako the pilot. I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna kill, but... apparently that Girazulu's a kid. And that kid's a new type because he's exerting pressure. Alright then, Shirako. Shirako, my lad. Oh, he also has delete, which, that's pretty cool. Basically, the enemy can't use a unit for a turn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't expect that to work, but, you know, had to try. Yeah, I agree, Shirako needs to die. Oh wait, he's already dead. He's been dead for like 10 years. Actually, I think he's been dead for about 10 years now. Oh no, he's dead for like 9.5 because he died in 87. He died in January of 87. Barrage, we need to get, okay. We'll look at Barrage later. We'll definitely be using it, but we're not going to get it this match, I don't think. And he also wants to control the world. Maybe he wants to rule the world. And by God, I almost made a Jonas Brothers reference. I was in college when they were still a thing. God damn, I'm old. Assuming they're not still a thing. They might be, I honestly don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're definitely not getting him high enough, though. Okay, for a second there I thought he had like a 3 attack range on Beam Saber. About to be very surprised. Now, you know what? We'll knife Angelo, because we're more likely to kill him. We'll Mega Particle Cannon this guy. I will have Zeon team go kill for Frontal. We'll have Shirako kill these guys. Hey, he called us a bastard. Oh, and he's impregnable, so he has +10 defense. Useful, totally. Oh, and if you're wondering why I did actually end up picking Shirako, he has the same amount of command that Quattro has at level 10 that at level 1. And now his command is something like, you know, 240. So he's close to Agar in command. Which, I mean, makes sense. It is Shirako. Oh shit, they have guts with them? Yeah, we're fucked. Luckily they don't have space guts. You know, that's Akihiro. That would be scary. And we'll leave them there just in case we need to defend Char for any reason. You know, I really should have had Benadryl kill him. But oh well. Yeah. We'll use Barrage next episode when there's actually people to kill. But anyway, folks, that was that. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. 20 minutes of cutscenes? No, it just ends. Okay.